This ripple ridge lace knitting pattern easily creates a beautiful, graceful texture. Hi, I'm Kristen, and welcome back to Studio Knit. Similar to a vintage fan and feather, this stitch variation includes an added structure with this garter ridge between each of the lacy rows. We're going to knit up an easy series of stitches to make this old shale lacy design with a wavy scalloped edge. You can knit with just one color or alternate stripes in as many colors as you'd like. The lace eyelets are within a stockinette texture, while the garter stitch ridges are giving it more structure, allowing it to easily lie flat. Although it's not a reversible pattern because the right and wrong sides are not identical, the wrong side, the back here, looks really pretty as well. For our knitting supplies, we have yarn along with appropriately sized needles, or you can even size them up bigger for your lacy texture. And of course, you'll want to have scissors and a tapestry needle on hand. I highly recommend blocking your ripple ridge stitch piece as well. The lace eyelets become more distinct, the ripple texture becomes more defined, and the finished fabric has a beautiful drape and texture. If you like the look of this ripple ridge lace knit stitch pattern, and maybe you'd like to see a scarf or a blanket project pattern designed by me as well, please hit like and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, you can get your free printable knitting pattern and chart for both flat and in the round projects on my website, Studio Knit. So let's knit it up. We begin by casting on in multiples of 13 stitches. For my little sample swatch here, I am using 2 multiples of 13 stitches for a total of 26. The first 4 rows couldn't be any easier. Rows 1, 2, and 3, we are knitting all. So it is just the knit stitch on rows 1, 2, and 3. And this creates the bottom of your garter ridge. Row 4, we are purling all stitches. And let's take a look at the techniques on row 5. So we are increasing stitches to create those lace eyelets. We begin with K4, knitting 4 stitches, and then we have a series we're repeating 5 times of yarn over, K1. So we are yarning over, knitting 1, and doing this 5 times. You'll want to make sure to remember after you're done, yarn over, K1 5 times, there's 1 additional yarn over, and finish by knitting 4 stitches. On row 6, we are purling all of these stitches, and you'll want to pay attention to those yarn overs as you purl them on the wrong side of your work. And then on row 7, we are decreasing. We begin straight away with K2 together, knitting 2 stitches together 3 times. So we're knitting 2, knitting 2, knitting 2 together 3 times, and then K7 is knitting 7 stitches, and finishing up with SSK, that is slip, slip, knit. We are slipping knitwise, slip, slip, and then knitting those 2 together. This is a really common decrease. If it's new to you, I do have a video focusing specifically on all of these knitting techniques actually, but the SSK might be a new one to you, so I will make sure to have all of these knitting techniques down in the description below. Row 8 is knit all. Repeat rows 1 through 8 until your piece is the length you desire. Then repeat rows 1 and 2 for that top garter ridge before binding off. And if you'd like to change yarn colors, begin your color change on row 1. Doesn't get any easier than that. If you're inspired to knit up this ripple ridge lace stitch pattern and would like to see more, go check out my next video right here, and I will see you there.